camera's much more favorable for my skin tone.
Right, we're ready. Take 3.
Oh yeah, I guess
Go.
Take 3. Is it recording?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So hey guys, hope you're having a nice evening or morning or whatever time that you are watching this. It is evening for us, kind of late. So at long last, we would like to update you guys on some of the things that came up during the year-end survey and that we're working on. So first of all, we wanted to thank you guys for taking part in the survey. One of the best compliments that we can receive is your feedback, whether it's positive or negative, simply because your feedback means that you care about the box and that you want us to improve. So thank you again for taking the time and sending over your thoughts. So in the survey, you told us many things that you love and that we're going to keep doing. So a couple of these things were our personal approach, our emphasis on community, and our priority on communication. So nothing is changing there. And we're really happy to hear that you guys appreciate that and are noticing all the work that we're putting into to making all that stuff happen. Also, we've just finalized our 2019 social events calendar, and we're super stoked about all the things we have in store for you guys. So we've got rock climbing, we've got Tough Mudder in May, we've got an ultimate frisbee tournament coming up. We've also got pub quiz, which I'm sure everyone will be super excited about. You'll also be seeing the return of some of our favorite throwdowns. So Thriller Throwdown is going to make another appearance. The Beach Brawl is coming back, so we'll make throwdowns in a couple weeks. We'll see Memorial Day Murph, and we're also hoping to get Kilos for a Cure back on the calendar as well. So, also in the survey, you told us some things that you wanted to see less of, or more of. So Phil, myself, and the entire coaching team have been working hard. We've been trying to action and brainstorm ways that we can improve upon your guys' feedback points. So we wanted to update you all as to what is in the pipeline. So we're going to kick this off with facilities. So the awesome Kike is hard at work, working on the action points that you guys gave. So over the coming weeks, you're going to see some more coat hooks. You're going to see a PB board, which is very exciting, and loads of other stuff. So with facilities, we do have one small request from you guys. So we did get some feedback that when members came into later classes, the equipment was chalky or sweaty, or there was a mess on the floor or something like that. Now, unfortunately, in the later classes, the coaches don't have the opportunity to clean up simply because they're going from one class to the next. So we would greatly appreciate it if, when you finish the class, if you use chalk or sweat, so like 95% of the time that you're working out, if you could either use the steel brush and knock the chalk off your barbell, or grab a hygienic wipe that I believe is still stored underneath the whiteboard and just give your kit a quick wipe down. The coaches will appreciate it immensely, and the members using your kit afterwards will appreciate it as well. And it shouldn't take too much time, so it would be awesome if you guys could do that. Also, in September, right before we left, we mentioned that we were looking for a new space. That is a long-term project that is still very much on the cards. So we are working on it. We're looking at finding a bigger space, still in the same location though. So we don't have any dates or anything confirmed yet, but we are still working on that, and we will definitely keep you guys in the loop as to our progress. So I'm going to hand this over to Phil, who's going to talk about a couple of other things that we'll be working on.
Yes. So when we asked you what you wanted to see more of in group classes, we had a lot of requests for 2 very specific things. The first one was some more gymnastic strength and skill work. So after the well-received debut of Beyond the Workout, we're going to be making that into a more regular session. So if you didn't make Beyond the Workout and you're not quite sure what it is, that was basically a session we had during Member Appreciation Week, where we had as many of the coaches and interns in during the evening as possible in one sort of long session, and you signed up to work on 1 to 2 gymnastic skills, whether it's things like muscle-ups, handstands, toes to bar, and we split you into groups, and each group worked with a coach for about 15 to 20 minutes on that skill before they moved on to work on their other skill. So it's a great opportunity to get some focused practice and try some drills that you might not get, or we might not get time to take you through in regular classes. And you get to work with some different coaches as well. If you always train in the morning, you don't get to see any of the coaches in the evening. You also get the opportunity to work with some of the other coaches. So Beyond the Workouts are going to take place every other month for the moment, and they're going to be on Wednesdays at 7:30 in place of our 7:30 p.m. class, with our next Beyond the Workout session on Wednesday the 13th of March. So get that in your diaries. Next, to do with gymnastics, on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m, starting from the 25th of March, so after the Open's finished, we're going to be trialing a gymnastics specialist session. The name is still TBC. So this is going to replace the 9:30 a.m. CrossFit class, and it's going to feature both gymnastic strength work as well as skills progressions. With that, we always want to make sure that we're benefiting the majority of the members. So with that in mind, this class is going to be on a 4-week trial. If the average attendance of the gymnastics class is the same or higher than the average attendance of the 9:30 a.m. CrossFit class from the previous, well, not really the previous month, but the month before, then we'll keep it. If the average attendance is lower, then we're going to change it back to the CrossFit class. So in short, if you want to see a gymnastics class and a specialist class, make sure you attend the class during those 4 weeks, because it kind of relies a little bit on you guys to show up for that. Okay. Also, there were some requests for post-workout mobility, or mobility during the class. With the classes, we only have 60 minutes, so we do try and fit a lot within the hour, which always makes it hard to fit in things like stretching at the end of class. But what we're going to do, similar to Beyond the Workout, is every month we're going to be hosting a YouTube live mobility workshop. What we're going to do with that is basically video some kind of mobility assessment, and then a few stretches or protocols to help improve your mobility based on the results of that assessment. You can either follow along with the video, kind of like ROMWOD in a way, or you can save it and refer back to it at a later date. And we're going to be advertising these workshops on the blog, so you can put the date in your diary, but the first one will be on Sunday the 24th of February, and that'll be at 7:30 p.m. And that's not all. So starting next week, so from the 4th of February, for every class session, we're going to be adding a suggested mobility drill as on the blog as like a post-WOD mobility piece. But that's going to be for you to do in sort of your own time after the class has finished. It will be written on the whiteboard as well. Depending on the timings for the session, the coach might be able to take you through that, but if not, you can reference it from the blog. There'll be a video link there, and it'll be specific to the movements that we did in the workout that day. Yeah.
And again, with that mobility drill, guys, if you want us to keep providing that information, make sure you're using it, because if you're not using it, if you're not doing those stretches, then we're going to stop providing it. So if you want it, do it, basically. So the next bit is one of our biggest announcements, which is really exciting. Our coaches development is of the utmost importance to us. So not only does their continuing education ensure the best possible experience for you guys, but it also gives our coaches the resources that they need to become better coaches, which helps to ensure their satisfaction and fulfillment in their careers or their part-time careers, or whatever coaching is for them. So happy coaches equals happy members, and that's what we want at the gym. So with our relocation to Colorado, we've been brainstorming and trying to find the best way to continue growing our coaches' skill set, because as you guys might know, Phil was kind of leading the head of the coaches development in that regard. So we are very excited to announce that we have recently hired a new head of coaches development, and that is going to be Coach Nama. So yay, Nama's back on the team. Some of you might remember Nama from when she helped us out coaching a few Mondays in December, and I know you guys loved working with her in classes. So she has 9 years, staggering 9 years of CrossFit experience. She's a level 3 CrossFit trainer, which is a big damn deal. She's the first woman, I believe, to have received that certification. She has loads of CrossFit experience, coaching experience, both within CrossFit and outside of CrossFit, and basically she's just a wealth of information. So she's going to be working with our coaches We're going to have kind of monthly train the trainer sessions and also regular assessments and shadowing and stuff like that. And she's doing this to help them develop their toolbox of coaching and give you guys the best possible class experience. So we are super, super stoked to have Nama on board. And if you see her at the gym, make sure you give her a high five and welcome her to the team. So I think that is everything. I think that covers it all. Lots of big news in there. Lots of things to look forward to. So we're going to be sending out an email that kind of just summarizes all this information and gives you the dates of the workshops and stuff we have coming up. So I know sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to watch a video for a long period of time. But thank you again, guys, for your time, your feedback, and for checking out our video, and for all the hard work you put into your training, and for making 1864 such an awesome place to be. We miss you guys. We wish you all the best of luck with the Open, which is coming up so soon. We're super stoked about it. Maybe not so stoked to do the Open at Elevation, but that's fine. But yeah, we have been watching you guys on Instagram and on social media and all the posts on Beyond the Whiteboard and everything, and you guys are absolutely crushing it. So well done to you all, and have a great rest of your week. And if you have any questions about any of this stuff, feel free to shoot me or Phil an email, and we'd be happy to help out. Bye, team.
Hi.